All right. I wanted to give you guys my own personal insight into my visit to see Tommy Robinson, the British hero, the political prisoner right now in Britain. I went to visit him in jail. Mentally, psychologically, you're not supposed to keep somebody in solitary confinement for more than 2 weeks. He's been in there for 5 to 6 months. And when we got there, the most striking thing to start with is we entered the prison. You have to go to this kind of front desk. You got to take out your belongings and your mobile phone and anything else, and you got to put it in a locker. And then they made us sign NDAs, right? Non-disclosure agreement, which basically said, you're not allowed to speak about what's happened or what you and Tommy Robinson have spoke about when you come out of this visit. Nonsense, all right? So they're trying to silence everybody that goes and visits Tommy, and yet Tommy Robinson was put in the prison because of a film that he made. So they wanted to silence him, so they've put him in a prison, and then they want to silence the people that are coming to visit him. The two gentlemen, and Christian brothers actually, that were working behind the reception desk were both originally from Nigeria, immigrants. So we get chatting to them. We said, well, so what do you guys think about Tommy? They're like, we're from Nigeria and we're immigrants, but we respect Tommy. We know he's fighting for his country, and that's the right thing to do. I would do the same thing for my country. This is what these two Nigerian immigrants who work at the prison were saying to us. And one of them was from the same area of Nigeria where they've been beheading Christians. So they acknowledge that Tommy is fighting for the truth, that Tommy's fighting for his country and his people, and it's admirable. These are the people working at the prison where he's wrongfully serving a sentence right now. Then we went from there. We got picked up by a prison guard, a white British prison guard. Chatted to him. Oh, how's it going with Tommy? Oh, it's going well. You know, he's a good guy. He's a relatable guy. Very humble. We always talk about football and things like that. He's just a great guy. He's a great guy. This is the prison guard that's taken us to see Tommy. And this shows you that even in that dire situation, even the prison guards can see that this man's not supposed to be in here. And even their relations with him leave an impact and an imprint on them of a great guy with a good heart. And even though he's been mistreated and thrown in solitary confinement and treated like he's the worst criminal in the nation, he's been treated worse than the jihadis. He's been treated worse than the Southport murderer that slaughtered our little innocent girls. Tommy Robinson has been treated worse than them inside the prison system. Yet the guards, who are simply following orders from above, are saying, this is a good guy and he shouldn't be in here. Maybe the NDA was to stop me saying things like this, but I don't care. I'm saying it. So, first of all, we got took through a security check, and I had the big Christian cross on here, on my necklace, and they told me to take it off. And one of the guards said, it's because it's religious symbolism. They made me remove my Christian cross to go inside of the prison. Do you know why? Because the prison is predominantly made up of Muslims and jihadis, and they didn't want to start a riot by me going in with my cross. This is where we are as a country right now. This is exactly where we are. This is what we have to change. So then we got inside and we got taken into a private room, quite a large room, with two prison guards sitting in there. And there is the man himself, our brother, Tommy Robinson. He was standing there. It was so good to see him, man. It was so good to see him. Just that feeling of I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you, you know? And we give him a hug and a high five. And he's got a big beard, long hair, looking like Robinson Crusoe, straight off the island. And we start having a joke and things like that. Because to me, that's always the best way to start. Let's have a laugh. Let's have a joke. Let's see if maybe he's having a... To be honest, when we first locked eyes, he looked like... Yeah, looked like a man that's been under pressure, a man that's been squeezed, a man that is being forced to be in a situation that he doesn't want to be in. But once we cracked a couple of jokes, the situation started to ease. And you can see in his eyes and his face that they've put him through hell. Remember, what they've done to Tommy Robinson in that prison is officially classified as torture. Okay? The length of time they put him in solitary confinement, the mental games they played by blocking his television, by blocking his family phone calls, by blocking his friends and his loved ones from coming to see him for a large period of time. It is what's classified as torture. Like, really, that's what it's classified as. It's not me just saying it. It's classified as torture. So he's been tortured, modern day tortured. So the system has been weaponized and used in order to torture Tommy Robinson, to try and break him mentally, so that when he comes out, he says, I don't want to do this politics thing anymore. It's gone too far. That's what they want. But let me tell you something, brother and sister. They've failed miserably. They have failed miserably. Yes, he might be looking worse for wear, but once he comes out and he gets a shave and a haircut and he has a good rest and a good night's sleep and sees his family and eats well because he's looking thin and eats well and gets to the gym and does all of his normal things, all of that will come back. But one thing that we're not able to affect was this, and more importantly, this. We spoke for 2.5 hours that day. His passion, his heart, his determination has not changed. Not one bit. In fact, I would even go as far to say it's became stronger. His will and determination and grit has even become more stronger than it was before. All he could talk about is you. All he could talk about is the people of Britain and the country and saving the country and saving the people of Britain. That's all he could talk about. We spent the first hour talking just about that. So that's the majority of what he was talking about. And we talked about the politics of what's going on right now and a lot of these different things. Then I moved the conversation to the Bible. I said, brother, I know you brought a Bible into prison, so how's it going? And I've also been emailing him since he got into the prison with scriptures and things to read and different things. And like I've told you guys before, he emailed me very early on and said that he can see the great spiritual awakening that's taking place in Britain simply by all of your emails. And he told me on Saturday that 8 out of 10 of his emails since he got into the prison have been from Christian brothers and sisters in Britain, saying we're praying for you, giving him Bible verses, giving him words of encouragement. Look at that, guys. Come on. 8 out of 10 emails, 80% of emails have been from Christians. You guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a move of the Spirit. Remember, I've always said in these streams that the hand of God is upon Tommy. And I spoke to him about that on Saturday. I said to him, brother, you know the hand of God is upon you, and it always has been. No matter what anybody says, the hand of God is on you. You're doing God's work. And he recognizes it. He sees it. He absolutely sees it. I can't give you all of the details of what we spoke about and what happened around this topic, because it's not my place to do it. But just know that he knows that the hand of God is upon him. He knows it. And he knows he's doing God's work, and he's on the mission from God. So we spoke about it, and we prayed together, and it was a brilliant time. Very amazing. We talked about the gospel, and it was actually Tommy that expressed that the decline in Britain lines up perfectly with the pushing away of Christianity. This is Tommy who was saying this to me, which is absolutely true. If you go back and measure it, it's just that nobody's done a study yet. If you go back and measure it, you'll see the decline and the fall of Britain lining up with the pushing away and rejection of Christianity in this country. Tommy's the one expressing this. And Tommy's the one saying that if we want to save this country, Christianity's got to be at the center. And we talked about the move of God since just before Unite the Kingdom started, when Tommy Robinson was given his X account back by Elon Musk, and it changed everything out of nowhere. If you remember, on social media, Tommy Robinson was persecuted, outcast, all of his accounts banned. He was making content on Getter, and I think that one got banned too. And he was totally silenced until Elon Musk, our dear brother Elon Musk, opened up his account again. And then Unite the Kingdom came after that. And I think you might know the story because he spoke about it before on Liam Tuff's podcast. But Tommy went to Poland, I don't think it was last year, and he went to the massive national protest and rally in Poland. And in the middle of all of it, it was centered around Christianity. And Tommy expressed that he had a moment, a spiritual awakening, a spiritual moment where he was moved. The hairs were standing up on his body. His heart was pumping out of his chest at the realization that Christianity has to be at the heart of this fight. And that's why in Unite the Kingdom, June, July, October, February, 4 of them, Christianity's been on that stage. Christianity's been in that crowd. Christianity's been in the center of the movement. Because this is the cultural movement. And the cultural movement cannot win without the foundation of the culture, which is Christianity. So, one thing about our brother, Tommy Robinson, he is very smart, very intelligent, very strategic, very focused, even in the dire conditions that they've kept him in. And they've tried to break his mind. He's still focused. To this day, right now, still focused, no matter what they throw at him. So we had this amazing conversation about Christianity and about the revival. He said he can see the revival just from your emails. And he went on to relay some of his plans and what we're going to do when he comes out. And just let me tell you something. The ground is going to be hit running. The fire is greater than ever. And a Tommy quake is going to hit Britain. Trust me. So keep him in your prayers, saints. You've all done an amazing job at praying for Tommy. Since the moment they started messing with him. I know you guys. You've all been praying for him. You've been doing an unbelievably good job. And your prayers have worked. His mind is sound. His body, although depleted, is sound. His heart is sound. His fixture on Christianity in Christ is solid. His determination to achieve what he set out to achieve from the beginning is focused. It's immovable. So your prayers have all worked, every single one of them. So you should be proud of yourselves. All glory to God, but you took the decision to get on your knees and pray for this brother of ours that was being persecuted. And your prayers have come to pass. So we went on, and yeah, we just had a brilliant visit, myself and Based and Bougie, and we probably could have just stayed there. And it was sad to leave him after 2.5 hours of talking. It was sad to leave him knowing that we're leaving him in that hellhole, that we're leaving him in that place where the powers who be are persecuting him. It was just very comforting to know that the prison guards not only respected him, but really believed in him and will be looking out for him in some way. But of course, they can't reject the instructions that come from the people that run the prison. And that's where the problem is.